Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, I have something incredibly special lined up for you, a deep dive into one of the most breathtaking hypercars of the modern era. We're talking about the 2026 Lamborghini Revuelto, and not just in any shade, but in the iconic Arancio Borealis, that fiery pearl orange which instantly turns heads and screams pure Italian passion. Lamborghini has always been a brand synonymous with extreme performance, jaw-dropping design, and a spirit that defies convention. But with the Revuelto, they've taken all of that heritage, mixed it with modern technology, and created something that isn't just a car, it's an experience, a statement, and, quite frankly, a rolling piece of art. Over the course of this video, we'll explore every single detail of this beast. The aggressive and futuristic exterior, the driver-focused and luxurious interior, the insane hybrid-assisted V12 performance, and of course, the price that comes with owning something this extraordinary. By the end, you'll know whether the 2026 Lamborghini Revuelto deserves its place as the new king of the road. So buckle up, grab your favorite drink, and let's dive into this orange hurricane from Sant'Agata Bolognese. Exterior. The first thing you notice about the 2026 Lamborghini Revuelto in Arancio Borealis is how alive the color looks in the sunlight. This paint has a multi-layer pearl effect that changes shades depending on the angle, sometimes a deep burnt orange, sometimes a glowing fiery tangerine. It's bold, it's daring, and it perfectly complements Lamborghini's design philosophy of, make it outrageous or don't make it at all. The Revuelto represents a fresh chapter for Lamborghini's flagship V12 series, replacing the Aventador. But this isn't just an upgrade. It's a reinvention. The body is sculpted with aerodynamics in mind. Up front, the car features Y-shaped LED headlights embedded into sharp, angular housings that almost look like they're cut by a samurai sword. The hood lines are muscular and channel air down to the massive front intakes, which feed both the hybrid system and the monstrous V12 engine. The side profile is where the Revuelto truly shows its hypercar DNA. Lamborghini has embraced carbon fiber everywhere, and the exposed carbon elements highlight the aggressive stance. The scissor doors, of course, make their dramatic return, a hallmark of Lamborghini's flagship models. The wheel arches are massive, housing lightweight forged alloy wheels with a multi-spoke design, wrapped in Pirelli P0 Corsa tires developed specifically for this car. You'll also notice the side skirts are designed like aerodynamic wings, directing airflow towards the rear. Speaking of the rear, it's perhaps the most dramatic view of the Revuelto. The car is dominated by a floating rear wing, active aero panels, and gigantic hexagonal exhaust tips that spit flames when you really push the V12. The taillights are another evolution of the Y-shaped signature, slim yet sharp, giving the car a futuristic fighter jet vibe. A transparent engine cover reveals the heart of the machine, the legendary naturally aspirated V12, paired with new hybrid motors. The diffuser is massive, almost race car-like, designed to glue the Revuelto to the asphalt at high speeds. From any angle, this car doesn't just look fast, it looks like it's about to leap forward even when it's standing still. Interior. Step inside the Lamborghini Revuelto, and you're immediately transported into a world where luxury meets motorsport. Lamborghini calls it a spaceship cockpit, and they're not wrong. The cabin is driver-focused but still surprisingly comfortable for a hypercar. What strikes you first is the design language. Just like the exterior, Lamborghini has carried over its signature Y-shape elements into the interior. The dashboard has a fighter jet layout, with a floating center console that houses the start button, hidden under a red missile-style flip cover, and toggle switches that look like they belong in an aircraft. The Arancio Borealis theme continues inside, with orange contrast stitching, Alcantara upholstery, and carbon fiber panels giving it an exotic feel. But what's new here is how much technology Lamborghini has integrated without sacrificing drama. The digital instrument cluster is fully customizable, showing everything from navigation to hybrid system power flow to lap times. A secondary vertical touchscreen sits in the center console for infotainment and climate control. Then there's a third passenger side display, so even the person riding shotgun can interact with performance data or media controls. The seats are a mix of carbon shell sports seats with generous padding. Lamborghini offers multiple upholstery choices, but the combination of Alcantara and leather gives the perfect blend of track-focused intent and high-end comfort. Space is always limited in a Lamborghini flagship, but the Revuelto has slightly improved practicality compared to the Aventador. You get a bit more legroom, better visibility thanks to redesigned A-pillars, and a touch more cargo space up front. It's not a family car, of course, but for a weekend road trip to the mountains or coast, it's more usable than you'd expect. Another standout interior element is the steering wheel. It's thick, flat-bottomed, and loaded with controls. Driving modes, suspension settings, and even regenerative braking levels can be adjusted right from the wheel. Behind it, you've got massive paddle shifters crafted from carbon fiber. Everything about the interior tells you one thing: you're not just driving a car, you're piloting a machine designed to blur the line between road and racetrack. Performance. Now let's get to the heart of the matter, the performance of the 2026 Lamborghini Revuelto. Lamborghini has retained the soul of its flagship models, a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12. But for the first time in Lamborghini's history, they've combined that legendary engine with a plug-in hybrid system. The result? A staggering combined output of around 1,001 horsepower. That's 4 digits of pure, unrelenting fury. The V12 alone produces nearly 813 horsepower, while 3 electric motors contribute the rest, 2 on the front axle and 1 integrated into the new 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. This setup not only provides mind-bending acceleration but also gives the Revuelto all-wheel drive with electric torque vectoring, making it more agile and responsive than any Lamborghini before it. 0 to 60. Just 2.5 seconds. Top speed? Well over 217 miles per hour. But the numbers only tell part of the story. What really makes the Revuelto special is how it delivers this power. The naturally aspirated V12 roars with that signature Lamborghini symphony, raw, mechanical, spine-tingling. Then you have the instant torque from the electric motors filling in every gap, making acceleration seamless and brutal. Unlike some hybrids that mute the experience, this system amplifies it, turning every press of the accelerator into a shockwave of speed. The handling is equally mind-blowing. Thanks to the carbon fiber monocoque chassis, rear-wheel steering, adaptive suspension, and active aerodynamics, the Revuelto feels planted even at outrageous speeds. The front electric motors not only provide grip but also help rotate the car through corners. Lamborghini has tuned this system to feel natural, keeping the car's wild personality intact but giving the driver more control and confidence. And here's something new. You can actually drive the Revuelto silently on electric power alone for short distances, perfect for city centers or sneaking out of the garage early in the morning without waking the entire neighborhood. Of course, that's not what you buy this car for, but it shows Lamborghini's commitment to blending emotion with responsibility in the era of electrification. Prices. Now let's talk about the price, because a car this outrageous doesn't come cheap. The base price of the 2026 Lamborghini Revuelto starts at around $600,000. But let's be honest, nobody orders a Lamborghini without personalizing it. Between the ad personam customization program, exotic paint finishes like this Arancio Borealis, unique interior trims, forged wheels, carbon packages, and performance upgrades, most owners will easily push their Revuelto into the $700,000 to $800,000 range. For some, that's an unthinkable sum of money. But for the kind of clientele Lamborghini caters to, this isn't just a car purchase, it's an investment in exclusivity and a ticket into a world very few people will ever experience. Demand for the Revuelto is already sky-high, with long waiting lists forming around the globe. And given Lamborghini's limited production philosophy, this car is almost guaranteed to hold or even appreciate in value, especially in iconic colors like Arancio Borealis. So, what's the final word on the 2026 Lamborghini Revuelto? In many ways, it represents everything Lamborghini has always stood for: outrageous design, screaming performance, and that sense of theater every time you get behind the wheel. But it also represents something new, a brand embracing the future with hybrid technology while keeping the soul of the naturally aspirated V12 alive. It's faster, sharper, and more usable than the Aventador it replaces. Yet, it hasn't lost the drama, the passion, or the insanity that makes a Lamborghini what it is. The Arancio Borealis paint turns it into a rolling masterpiece, a visual explosion of color and speed. The exterior screams aggression, the interior immerses you in a fighter jet-inspired cockpit, and the performance, well, it's nothing short of breathtaking. This isn't just another supercar, it's a hypercar designed for a new era. If you're lucky enough to see one in the wild, take a moment to appreciate what it represents, a perfect blend of tradition and innovation. And if you're one of the few who can actually own one, know that you're not just buying a car, you're buying a piece of Lamborghini history, one that will be remembered for decades to come. Thanks for sticking with me through this in-depth review of the 2026 Lamborghini Revuelto in Arancio Borealis. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more detailed car reviews, and let me know in the comments, if you had the keys to this 1001 horsepower monster, where would you take it first? Until next time, drive safe, dream big, and I'll see you in the next one.